the cloud collector. In a little town surrounded by rolling green hills and a vast open sky, there lived a curious and adventurous girl named Ellie. Ellie had wild, curly hair the color of sunshine and a pair of sparkling eyes that always seemed to be searching for magic in the world. One summer afternoon, while wandering through a meadow, Ellie stumbled upon something extraordinary: a glass jar sitting beneath a rainbow. The jar shimmered with a faint glow, and etched on the lid were the words, "Cloud Keeper's Jar." What could this be? Ellie wondered aloud, turning the jar over in her hands. She unscrewed the lid, and to her amazement, a small cloud floated down from the sky and zipped right into the jar. Ellie's eyes widened. "I can collect clouds!" she exclaimed, her heart pounding with excitement. The next day, Ellie set out to test her newfound magic. She held the jar up to the sky, and a fluffy white cloud drifted lazily down, settling into the jar with a soft poof. "Hello there," Ellie said, peering inside. To her surprise, the cloud wiggled and puffed up proudly. "I'll call you Cotton." Ellie soon discovered that every cloud had its own personality. Some, like Cotton, were gentle and dreamy, while others were playful and mischievous. One little rain cloud, whom Ellie named Drizzle, liked to sprinkle water droplets on her plants. Another cloud, Bounce, would leap out of the jar and roll around like a big, fluffy puppy before hopping back in. One sunny afternoon, Ellie decided to try catching a bigger, darker cloud. She held up the jar, and before she could think twice, a massive storm cloud swirled into it with a deafening crackle. The jar trembled in her hands as flashes of lightning sparked within. "Whoa, you're a grumpy one," Ellie said, her voice shaking. "I'll call you Thunder." But Thunder wasn't like the other clouds. It rumbled and growled, spinning angrily inside the jar. Ellie tried to soothe it by singing a lullaby, but the storm cloud only roared louder. Suddenly, with a burst of energy, Thunder escaped. It shot out of the jar and into the sky, growing bigger and darker by the second. The wind howled, rain poured, and thunder boomed across the town. "Oh no," Ellie cried, chasing after the cloud. "I didn't mean to upset you." As the storm grew fiercer, Ellie realized she had to take responsibility for her mistake. She remembered how her grandma always calmed her down when she was upset. Maybe Thunder just needs someone to listen, Ellie thought. She climbed to the top of a hill and called out, "Thunder, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to trap you. I just thought you were amazing." The storm cloud paused, rumbling softly as if it was listening. "I know you're powerful and strong," Ellie continued, "but you don't have to be scary. I bet you could do something amazing with all that energy." Thunder crackled, releasing a bolt of lightning that lit up the sky. Slowly, the cloud began to shrink, its dark edges softening. Ellie held out the jar, and this time, Thunder floated back in willingly. Back at home, Ellie placed the jar on her windowsill and spoke to Thunder gently. "You're not grumpy, you're just misunderstood," she said. Over time, Ellie learned how to help Thunder release its energy safely, creating spectacular light shows in the night sky. She also realized that being a cloud collector wasn't just about catching clouds, it was about understanding and caring for them. From that day on, Ellie became the town's official cloud keeper, sharing her magical skies with everyone and reminding them that even stormy clouds could be beautiful. And so, Ellie and her clouds lived happily, filling the world with imagination and wonder. And whenever a storm rolled in, the townsfolk would smile, knowing it was just Thunder showing off, with Ellie keeping him in check.